Organizing isn't just for the girls, you know. Men can get organized too. Here's a few ways to upgrade your closet if it looks like this. First thing you're going to do is get rid of all that dry cleaning plastic. Next, replace those wire hangers with matching hangers. I promise this will make a big difference. Organize your clothing by category. Pants go on the bottom row and shirts go on the top. Face all your clothes in the same direction on the hanger. Color code each category from light to dark. This will make your closet look so much more cohesive. To store hats, put them on hooks so that they look like this. Take those ties off the hanger and use a tie hanger instead. Your shoes don't have to live on the floor. Put them in shoe boxes so they look like this. And match your socks. You'll spend less time getting dressed when your socks are matched and your drawers are file folded. And the last thing you need to do is keep it that way. Get in the habit of putting things away in the right space. Hi, my name is Kaylee and I'm a housekeeper and professional organizer. I clean this house every single week and my client makes it so easy for me to do my job. Before I come, she makes sure there is almost nothing for me to pick up off the floor and there is almost never any dishes in the sink. I may find a dog toy or a few Legos, but her house is so organized it is easy for me to find out where things go. If I need a cleaning product of hers, I know exactly where to find it. Hardly anything in this house is visibly dirty, but I always check every surface like I normally would and clean it. I can tell she cleans certain surfaces in between my cleanings, but this is exactly how to keep a spotless house. Most of my clients keep their homes very close to this standard, but I am just as happy to pick up after those who don't. If you're someone who is struggling to keep your house in order for your housekeeper, don't worry. Our job is to make our clients' lives easier in any way we can, and I would never judge someone for having a messy house. This Auric vacuum has gone viral on TikTok, so here's an honest review from a professional cleaner. Now this vacuum definitely packs a punch with its suction power. It's the most powerful suction on a vacuum that is also so lightweight at only 9 pounds. It has a pretty impressive 35-foot cord and lays flat enough to vacuum under the bed. This Auric vacuum works great on both carpet and hardwood floors. It does a great job getting right up to the edges of the baseboards. However, it was too powerful for my thin area rug and left creases. It also does not have an off switch for the brush roller, so be careful vacuuming over fringes. My greatest fault with this vacuum is it doesn't have any attachments or extenders, so you cannot reach behind tight spaces. Overall, I rate this vacuum a 4 out of 5 and would only recommend it for its intended use, which is commercial. Or if you're someone with a lot of carpet and don't mind needing a second vacuum with more attachments. I'm a professional organizer and here are the answers to the questions I get the most. Who buys the containers? Is it you or your client? I ask the client what their budget is for the project and then go to the store, purchase containers, and the client reimburses me for everything I bought. Or sometimes the client purchases things online themselves. How much does it cost on average for all the containers? There is a wide range depending on the area being organized. Pantries on average cost about $1,200 and small bathrooms like this one around $200. How long does it take to organize? Every project is completely different. Pantries and closets can take 1 to 2 days, while bathrooms can take just 4 hours. How much do you charge for organizing? I charge between $50 to $80 an hour, depending on the distance traveled and the ability to film for social media. Mind you, I have 7 years of professional experience. I live in Southern California, and my rates are comparable to the average cost for my area. I hope this helps.
Hi, my name is Kaylee and I'm a housekeeper and professional organizer. I work for one family in particular who always goes above and beyond and treats me like a part of their family. So I wanted to do something extra special for them for Christmas. Their house is organized for the most part, but I knew their medicine cabinet could use my help. I started by sorting their medicine cabinet into categories and separating everything that was expired and setting those aside so that my client could see what needed to be replaced. Next, I'm using these clear divided bins from the Container Store and placing the medicine in them by category. Nasal, topical, adult, pain relief, and last, kids. On the second shelf, I decided to leave this bin because it was already organized and then use these white bins to organize the tools and the first aid items. For the top shelf, I'm using these larger gray bins. I used my Cricut to print custom labels and this is the final result. Merry Christmas!
Hi, my name is Kaylee and it's been 8 years since I started cleaning and organizing homes. I was unhappy working a 9-to-5 office job, so I quit to build something of my own. I had no college degree, little money, and not much experience, but I knew I had the work ethic to make something happen. The first few months were really tough, and in 2016, I decided to move back home with my mom in California and reopen my business in Orange County. After 2 years of hard work, sweat, and tears, I finally earned enough to move out on my own again.
Those 3 years were the toughest years of my life. I didn't have much support for what I was doing. I was exhausted, and there was no guarantee I was even going to make it. But what I did have was perseverance, focus, and wild optimism. Some would even say I was delusional. How did this little 22-year-old girl think she was ever going to build a 6-figure business on her own? Well, I did, and here I am. For those of you who are in the same position I was, I have some good news for you. You can do it, and it is possible. Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't or try to steal your dreams from you. If someone doesn't believe in you, it's because they don't believe in themselves to do what you're trying to do. Keep your focus and know in your heart and in your head that the success is already yours. I'm a professional organizer, and today I'm organizing this playroom for 4 homeschooled kids. In a room this cluttered, the first thing to do is clear the space. So I'm picking up as much as I can off the floor and sorting items into temporary categories. I'm placing toys in one section, crafts in another, and learning materials near Mom's desk, which will be organized at another time. I'm moving the craft table to the corner and setting crafting supplies there. Because there are so many stuffed animals taking up space here, we decided it would be best if those were moved to the kids' bedrooms. These gray bins will be used for sorting toys, but we will be purchasing different bins for permanent storage. And these larger storage units are just not the most functional, so we're replacing them with another storage system. And here we are on day 2. Mom did a great job purging some toys and building the new cabinets, so now it's time to finalize our placements. We purchased 50 of the same clear bins to store toys and crafts, and I'm continuing to further break down categories and put them into their new bins. I'm also moving things around to decide where things will fit best. So although I'm placing things in certain areas, it does not mean this is where they will stay. For a room this dynamic and with so many categories, things will get shifted around until we work through what fits best. The drawers in these cabinets were so perfect for loose craft supplies that the kids could easily access themselves, while the remainder of the crafting materials will be stored in the closet to only be accessed by an adult. These taller cabinets are being moved to behind Mom's desk to store her learning and teaching materials and are being replaced by some cube storage. Our primary goal is to organize the kids' toys and crafts, so Mom will be saving her desk organization for another time. Before I put everything away, I am applying new labels. In the first cube storage, I am leaving the top half open for larger toys and placing toys in bins on the bottom half. The second cube storage is for crafts and Legos. In the cabinets, we are placing more narrow categories of toys. The first and second cabinets have smaller toys and game boards. The third cabinet is for puzzles and card games. And the last cabinet is for crafting sets, paper, activity books, and stickers. The craft table has some shelves on the side, so we're using clear OXO containers to store more craft supplies. We decided to move the Lego table outside and use the drawers underneath to store water toys, bubbles, and other outdoor activities. The last thing to do was move in the new desk, and here is the room all complete. I am so pleased with how this room came together. It took a total of 2 days for me and 1 extra day for Mom, and the only thing left is to place a second cube storage on the left side of the closet. I hope you love it as much as I do.